mesanso ema wakwa babiom ediban XTV eye anopa yendi Ghana ho komo dwumedie eso na se wo hwe na chese ene yo foriso bosom no ne da edikan kra e wa afempimie ne aduonumienu no emu na yeba bedi Ghana ho komo ne mo metwa me osima me ba yeba bedi Ghana ho komo me da se ani be ya na die ehun behia se obefro bi no no nso mfro bi mon kan kira mo ho se emra na so se wo se yedi yakasa ye man no ho enkomo obapa bebi sakosi ate eni midin mi da se oba ni sa pepepe ede amamie Facebook eye XTV sanso na YouTube eye XTV Ghana na ena no pay ena ne na Ghana man peni na na dodan kwakufo ado wo kopie mu e o ma hyebedwefie wakasa wakachire yese no man no yeti biemu etie State of the Nation address no wodi amaye ohun ni sen wakasa ediafa homesuan wakasa ediafa pomode ho sem ho wakasa bebre agriculture wakasa ediafa ho na otie no na otie pa otena se na otie nsem a Ghana man pani na dodan kwakufo ado eka ye na otumi wo say no bohye ni biom e na wasan so abehye ye bohye ba promise key anakin promise wono wasan so aba behye ye bobiom na fiti danu a obo ne homodin ekopio ma hyebedwefie na chese wakasa wie no unam Twitter unam social media enja kin promise waji ni din pa nemo obemia so bi wakotie na chese enya kin promise de otwa anwom no nemo no Ghana man pani na adodan kwakufo ado wono e na waji ni din a chese wo trend na trend na wo trend no enya ni papemu nemo no esa ne say bohye ahodo a wetimi asan kwa akohye yebo de wahye yebo de dano nkrampo no on deliver ye ena wasan so akohye yebo bebre ebiomu eno nti ena Ghanafo ebo ni din say ono de say king promise ye de na manu ye de amano title no ye de amano ye nyina enim de da so no de eba no bohye de a o ya de ankasa e wo bohye ho nemo no ye pese ye refresh your mind nti yenko ni yenkohye okopie mu o ma hyebedwefie no ensem ahodo a woteme editu dwa na ensem bi anapose bohye ni bia wode etu dwa eni se wo ba behwe se poku ase eko amasamman honom no housing affordable housing project no wo ba be ye bi edi amayem na enu ne ye bi san se agreement housing project no ekosi sen housing project ahodo affordable houses a chese enwura chese efi a chese hono metimi akwakoye forest so obi ahya ase nti obi fufuro ba wono so ba be hye ne di ase aban we kura wahye biase onwieye usan so ba be ye fufuro so e di aka ho affordable houses no dia egu odeda no etimi eye adwuma etimi easy eye accommodation issues e wo mai Ghana mu ana enu ani asem a ye bisa nti Ghana man pani na dodan kwakufo ado nti ubekoso na wahye yebo abini dom nyina bohye na e na obehye yebo se na bohye no daben e na obe deliver obohye no yebeko ni akohwe nsem ahodo a woteme editu dwa yeba be bobo na wo so wofre na wakire wadwen e wo State of the Nation address no utie nsem na utimi wo se de ekoso wo man no mu no eno e na wode amaye na ana e de wo e na obefre na wakire yenkohwe.
Indeed, the total number of deaths we have sadly recorded, 1,445, represents a minuscule fraction of the total number of deaths on the African continent, 0.6%. I remember a year ago, we were in the midst of the second wave of COVID infections and deaths. There was widespread fear. Again, there was consensus. We should concentrate all attention and resources on protecting lives. By that time, a little more was known about the virus, and the anxiety had shifted to the provision of vaccines. We moved rapidly to secure the provisions of vaccines, first for the frontline officials and workers and those most at risk, and then to the general mass of the population, always relying on the current scientific thinking. we had to learn some very hard lessons. And our belief in the need for self-sufficiency was reinforced when vaccine nationalism was played out blatantly by the rich and powerful countries. Mr. Speaker, the Presidential Vaccine Manufacturing Committee, which I set up to respond to this obvious deficiency, has put in place a comprehensive strategy for domestic vaccine production and the establishment of a National Vaccine Institute to implement the strategy, which will enable us to begin the first phase of commercial production in January 2024. A bill will shortly be brought to you in this House for your support and approval for the establishment of the National Vaccine Institute. This pandemic exposed other shortcomings of our country, which have undoubtedly contributed to the anxieties that have befallen the nation. Agenda 111 was born out of this necessity to address some of these shortcomings. At the normal rate of growth, we're not likely to make up the deficit in our health facilities infrastructure for a very long time. Hence the need for a special dedicated program of infrastructural development. We are undertaking the construction of 101 entities, which comprise standard 100-bed district hospitals for 101 districts without hospitals, with accommodation for doctors and nurses. 6 new regional hospitals for each of the 6 new regions. The rehabilitation of the Efia Nkwanta Hospital in the Western region. 1 new regional hospital for the Western region. And 3 psychiatric hospitals for each of the 3 zones of the country, that is North, Middle, and Coastal. It is an ambitious project which must and will be done, and which will create some 33,900 jobs for construction workers, and on completion, some 34,300 jobs for health workers. Mr. Speaker, I have to report that, like all major construction projects, it is evident that the initial schedule we gave for the completion of Agenda 1 was overly ambitious. Identifying suitable sites around the country, for example, has turned out to be even more problematic than had been anticipated. I am now able to say that a great deal of the preparatory work has now been completed, and work has started at 87 of the 111 sites. I've been assured that preliminary work on the remaining 24 sites is ongoing. We have every intention of seeing this project through to a successful end, which will enable me to commission all 111 hospitals before I leave office on 7th January 2025. Mr. Speaker, we have saved lives and fared much better than we had feared and the experts predicted. But the consequences of lockdowns, border and business closures, and unplanned expenditures have combined to have a devastating impact on our economy. The unplanned expenditures included, but were not limited to, the recruitment on a permanent basis of 58,121 healthcare professionals and the payment of extra incentives to our frontline health workers. It took an unbudgeted 1.9 billion cedis to ensure that our children and teaching staff went back and stayed in school safely. Some, including regrettably a few in this honorable House, went as far as to accuse the government of trying to kill Ghanaian children when we introduced the controlled school reopenings. I might add here that in some countries, school closures have lasted for 20 months, and children are only now going back to school. Our children did not lose a single academic year. We provided nearly 5 million households and over 10 million people with electricity and water subsidies at the time they were most needed. In all, data from the Ministry of Finance tells us that an amount of 17.7 billion cedis, 4.6% of GDP, has been spent in containing the pandemic since 2020. Mr. Speaker, the NPP government came into office with a plan to build a resilient economy and set us on the path to prosperity. We were on course, and our performance between 2017 and the beginning of 2020 demonstrates we were making rapid progress. Indeed, in 2017, 2018, and 2019, we recorded average annual GDP growth rates of 7%, making us one of the fastest growing economies in the world. We grew the economy from the CD equivalent of 54 billion United States dollars at the end of 2016 to the
and yetime ede ama wono wakasa wochiremu say covid-19 eba ye no ababe pa ye hontuma papa ama ye hunu say bana pomude ho nsem ne titiri pa eba no bia ya hodo a yagi ayarehwe na je say yembo ye homodin se wo man yembo ye homodin krokokwa ne senti no wo mu dia ho hareso ekokate sort e de betu dwa say omo ba be say ayaresabia 101 eno any agenda 111 no na wo mu kan ye say acha ye bosuma akomakodu mi na say afi ba akopɛ na je say wo mutimi edi ewie nanso wo kire mu a wono ankasa di ho adanse say wo mu hwe na je say wo mu dia hareso aye ade dodo acha dodo this asama wo mu eka ye no wo mu entimi endi so ne de Ghana mampani wo kan no krepa e wo honum sa asem na wo kan ne de say wo kan no krepa e wo honum enti wo so wati bi wa hye ye bo say wo ba be hwe affordable houses no wo san so ba be sisibi ye bi sa say de da nwura nimu no de wo ho de dada no eno no akwa kwosesem ye ntimi siesie no o mampani na no hye ye bo say wo ba be ma rent eyi advance e di ama mebru no wo si wo ba be renti e di ama mebru na je say emebru no ebenya ba bia tena na je say o metimi adwedwu wo mo ho na kyerkyerefo nso di aba beto je say na ko mo hwe enim say wo be kasa salary adjustment kakra say ayayi wo mo aketua no ye beto su kakra di ama wo mampani wan kasa mfa ho ye fango no wan kasa mfa ho ye sikasam sidi na etoto form no wan kasa mfa ho wambo sukura ese wono akasa hu se bibi wo honum na de wo ho na akasa wanka ne mo bo hye foforo ene wosanso e bo hye yem enti wo a wo hye ye no na wo ti ye na no pe no wadwen kire e wo mampani ni state of the nation address no ene sen wo ti ye no wani age de opesa oboso no wo boso e de ma wani age anapose de wo hwe enim no wo nso won santimi akan senam natfo e kire no wo nso won santimi akana Boma Diana Frem Sisia na for wadwen kire fabra from it was 0303 958 002 0303 958 002 and 0303 958 003 0303 958 003 and sana Ghana mampani na na dodan kwa kufado wa akoma ni state of the nation address no Yendi Ghana ho koma he ya wo frɛ ye wo kyerɛ dia wo hwɛ nim ye kokrom ye ne amanfo kasa ye wo mo kyerɛ dia wo mo hwɛ nim sɛ Ghana mampani wo bɛbobɔ so wo bɛka ho asɛm netimi aboa ma wo man no ye hu etimi ahenhan ye wo tie ni wie ye no wo hu sɛ dia wo hwɛ nim no wa bɔso anapese wa mmoso bɔmɔde na frɛ na fo wadwen kyerɛ fabra frɛ me wa 0303 958 002 0303 958 002 ena no pay nti akasiye enko enfama fatao ewo kumbungu chese obone homodin pasanso ena akwetia omambapa obi e wa hamane so hello good morning good morning
yes
good morning
otemi kasafi vota
macho
atemuna make ho asu pepera Morning.
Mpacho low out TV no na Yendi Nkomo. Low out TV no na Yendi Nkomo. Mente wonka mpacho frame me na wa low out TV no na wetie me e wo phone mo obi wa hama so. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Mpacho odini baby of free.
Mpacho frame titles me cause free kuma se taniso.
Mpacho yo. Mpacho me yedi gana honkomo.
The number time. O share the okaina. I just like in baby eko. And I in baby fear. I in baby eko. Because what you gana wow ni seni man kuyi. Now you man kuyi adi na wo shabo. That means that you are deceiving the ordinary Ghanaian. And that is not the best to be a president. And Una wo shabo. Una no ko kanso be keep custom when mama airport away. So see one cancer. I feel because say I did one. Wow, that's like the and ultimate. Because something. Ultimate and men come. Yeah, what did that swore to say they will kind of be a brown with me. After was had the very best, I can say, economic in Yendi. And young one can say, yet she can say comedy. The president, you know, I was like, I don't know, he doesn't know where we are heading towards to. Because Ghana, we are president, we have no more problem with being. I can't imagine saying to Ghana, they are black. You will cocoa, you will manganese, you will gold, all the resources, timber, you will be. But still, our management system is very, very poor. So, coming Guanta, me like, I don't know, I mean, person like a back, a basan or back of Yendi. Ghana, I in our mind, you also cannot be. And why the president can always say Ghana economy, now, is that the way to live? You don't do that. Rent a private jet. I won't mean to you tack for Limo University where they were. Which you mean you tack for bread, are they? Is that the way to do? Up to now, you have not given them their time. You don't know their fate now. Who do you bravo on the diagram?
Yo. Yeah, that's it. Anyone drink one song over to me afraid. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Pacho, didn't you be off free? Hello. Pacho, didn't you and Yendi Nkomo? Who didn't be off free?
No, man. Good morning.
Pacho, free, would you? Yeah, who friend me? I know what we'll low out TV no. Men do no. Would you low out TV no?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Fatao,
me na sister wa friend Pacho, uti Ghana company.
If I acquire with America, I said to the great time and come and want to be time about the cat and pen coffee and Alaji Muhammad Baumia, lawyer Nana Obir Boyd. Sister Ayana watch our Mohammed, our Mammy Torres in the list. Adama would be at the Sister Yamiti and Kano for a war, why I dear part of the utility only and they show. Adama would be with the sister. I say now, I'm paying another donkey for the excellence, or the idea to go and a gun of behind or say a bodu thereby. Ghana, I was saying, another donkey for the home. Because the Antina can say, Sister, and maybe. Because still I have for election or see Ghana for years for about mommy or bar or by education at the Ghana for. Yes, for the why education am I? President gets to or see a job a man or about student 200 away. Or my paying the house for the year or then I wish a boy a year they are obey Tajimano. Obataya and maybe or say Tamal obey Tamal interchange. And this is for the hey, Papa, what's me interchange Matamal for Tamal and New interchange. Now, Baba Bies to Adia Maya. And say somebody here is another drop for or you are doing that I had in your Ghana. And to Ghana, and nothing you ship has to get to say NDT. Almost proclaim Ghana for the Yamati. Hey, in everything, I wouldn't say in everything. Oh. Now, so Omun tiape enamke na na do kwa pati akonje no soranta na ke Yendi smeti akonje so ana gomo se you ne me ayana wacha no yobi go hemma bi da watu susa
me so me da se mpacho ufra jamidi atu dwa no na waka ne ho asem. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Ubetimi afreme freme e was 0303958002. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, madam. Good morning.
Yes, so adom na won so en. Mpacho.
That's a bit Thomas from Western region.
Mpacho me Yendi Nkomo.
Yeah, papa, OCD canning some media. I say, Yantigana, Yana, Yatu Abano, Ayana, Obegina puppet is so kind to discuss a comedy and the Damba here for a yen and to cook and sit in that day. On the beginning of the canning some brave. And I know my and so nobody is here with Dia Coso. I said, Dia, no, which is being no share with you. These are professors, you can young again. These are go for professors young again. These are some of the Kenyan because it was a baby so, and as only so, and I can't say 2 years to the thing. I don't know the way. Yamos almost 6 years. You will say, I can't come up and a 2 years ago, I don't know the way. 2 years to escape, and on big normal for them on the I am better than Gasabia. All the TV stations in Inano, the ceremony is going to be a more for 5 minutes. Now, more. Bosha okay, that was 2020 no. The putting up with the okay no. One more behind 5 minutes. Bosha would now pop it is okay. Say it is council comedy. The Bama here for more 5 minutes on TV.
As someone no guy there's on Ragasa when you must okay. You got a phone in a swashe. Ya boda, I'm off for she, Obi enim, Obi atsebe. May I say anyone drink, I was here. Not as me the course nina ebe baby ana obi fufro eja ma no so. Hello.
A friend Mundar because I feel my offensive by
mpacho tre wadwen. We am last caller.
Yes, make us have offensive by my. Na I did a cry me ni say. Gana Lankasano Yankasano Asia ma politicians na fai. Cheap after easy. Because Obi aba no a beshabo no a can send the baby motion and you can buy actions so ba won di show because the name say Ghana constitution you know and no beshabo say me ba man me ya dey see amount na oba na say want me anya sa dey na yan fa ko gina court na yan twa so say wada da o man ni obi aba no be kan so no aka dey o kana nesa nkadiye ko so na enko so Ghana constitution na wasa yesa no and Ghana constitution now, man, in the Yedda. I didn't make us. Kroma or the independence mao minor or she project the assay. But our project now, the project now could be better than any son. Come and come on a kuni in the floor. And wasn't Kabine Kona Oba and project now, I can obey and continue. I'm not completely, I'm not so workers. No, just our project now to be. Can I say, your mind is going to come and Kromasico? No, let the fair buy a banana so also buy no have a head man for us. We do think in our bank for a bit, you know. No, our project now do a mine Kashaki could drink things, you know. No, so I can. Now, bank for Abba. No one also saw back, no, I make project for France. Or shall project Nasia could drink things here. No one also see a tuno. No, now bank for Abba, our project one to us. Maybe now for that house a year. Okufa the CD your friends Okufa CD here. I come to buy one continue. Your mama buy and I don't say that ho. Wo Akufa to what ba okari ni say we MPP ni mapa. Then think I'll buy and ka 4 years you want oh but what one na complete. There be one for so. That can idea and she can say what was say for. Enti
me da say what me achire wadwen. As some of kind de emu drankasa medase papa che say abronkran e na ye mpanifo no wo mo every che say wo mo fa ye nye hwe wo mo di adwen e na edi agro keke e wo oman ne mo na se na ete bia na wo mo kai ho ne say da chia kwa mebi no omebebu hu ankonta entero eha ena bi ma kwan na ena no pe yendi Ghana ho nkombo dwumedie no yede wo ebesie me da se papa sa onya breni adaje na wo hwe bi wo me live dia eye Facebook XTVGH Samsung esem nya ya bonu nyina bede e wo YouTube a obetimi akwa hwe na wa share na wa like na wa mafoforo bi nso eso ensa ebi aso bi so intire bomadin na kwa YouTube e wo Facebook YouTube XTV Ghana e wo YouTube Facebook XTVGH me da sim me fast dan fam me cameraman DJ YX wono ene jina camera na chi e ma me abra Faith nso e bo na chi dom Bismarck ene twa me edit mo na law nso e bo na chi dom didin me da na se papa na ena anope dio all ma me atade share Ayet Christian wono ene ma me atade share de hia ne se obefre no e wo 0242 389 851 0242 389 851 there se bebia wo bia no se bia wo bebia wie school pese osu edwuma fa no kopi wo obemma wehu adean kasa wonensa na edwuma wono so wetimi enye edwuma aye nti no Ayet aseda enka wo meda se papa sanso ena chichi beauty nso ena no pay me chia papa meda se wono so e wo Festus Adom Plaza building mu ena wo frɛ no e wo 0547 254 078 0547 254 078 meda se obapa me visa kosu ate enim din empanifo a womo ehwe se program yebebo afa abnidom nyina eye boss lady any boss producers ahodo eye Fafali Stephanie Hetty ena friends no mamia ma womo nyina etamechi me sorry sweet de abrabo mu nsem ene ede to so ede amawo ye di kan ede apomudi nsem ene ede hyase na friends no de ekoso no na wo so wahwebe mpacho umisi a ebe ha me pa enti bomode ne mo fide no enda ha me da se emomo ene hwe